You don't need a reason to be other than just be. Anyways, here's the song, then 432 hertz. And if you have the transposer, I would recommend maybe bring it on another 432 hertz because those have perfect pitch. Anyways, so what is this title all about? Hold on. ¿De qué se trata este título? Título. English and Spanish. But actually, you know what? I'll make more like English. You speak English, then I'll make one in Spanish. Le voy a hacer uno en español. Okay, so now let's talk. Now that I have uploaded this link, and I've seen myself as in. So what is this? All right, Scorpio primes, prime Scorpios in their prime. Okay. Master, root. Master of the root. We done went through such darkness of the root. We felt the cold. Thanks to nature too. Thanks to what the dogs and the cats and the birds show us. So Scorpio prime. This role playing game. All right. So this isn't really a new topic. Some people get it. Some people don't. Some people need reassurance, and I'm here to help you with that. So, as we have spoken before, I'm going to pause the music right now because it's too loud. So, as we have spoken before, okay, remind me while I light my cigar. As we have spoken before, there is a transmutation. This has to do with transmutation of energy. Okay, um, and the transmutation of sacred energy. Okay, or we could call it sacred primordial energy, however you want to call it. Your root chakra. The transmutation of your root chakra is one of the powerhouses, main domains of Scorpios. See, I've been into so many things in my life. All right, was introduced to many things as well. The furry fandom, for example, sci-fi fandom, anime fandom, uh, kinks, but kinks that were already in me. Okay, so as I took a break and I started this path of no fap and abstinence, I think I've been on this for like over a year now. I've stopped counting because there's no point in counting. All I've done was I've self-hacked myself and I've observed my energy to understand, and I've reflected to and meditated to understand what this energy is about. Now, those who are in their prime, once you have reflected, okay, and once you've opened yourself, and once you've accepted yourself and understood and understood and overstood yourself, then you know that Scorpios have a domain in the root chakra. Doesn't mean that that's all they're confined to, because remember, these zodiacs are not what you call it permanent. I guess you could say perks about energy perks. Um, these are like phases, you know. So a Scorpio is as much of a Leo as a Scorpio, and each zodiac is each other basically. But when they start off in their evolution and their growth process and the development process, spiritually, intellectually, emotionally, physically, well, then now you start to realize, okay, these are my primary, I guess you could say, you can call them spiritual assets. All right, these are my primary spiritual assets. Okay, these are the perks I have. These are the abilities. Fuck the word assets because that has to deal with finance. But either way, be sure you're also paying attention to my videos about finance as well. Okay. Everyone has infinite credit. All right. It's not about free money or free car. It's just about doing the processes correctly. Um, bills are payments to you, but that's another video. Okay. The dividend checks, interest. Um, that's in another video. All right. So these are these abilities. Make sure you're setting up on that stuff. Okay. So, anyways, these abilities and these sensitivities are our path to mastery and unlocking and raising your kundalini. Okay. Now, obviously, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop because there are things that we see in shadows that we develop or that other people are developing in different spectrums and hues. Okay, and saturations and contrasts, and they're expressed in many ways and they're hidden in many ways. Now, Scorpio primes, we have been through these things that are hidden, and these things that are sometimes hidden stem from insecurities, self-doubt, the internal dialogue that has been programmed into people's minds. Okay. um, in a lot of these fandoms, for example, I've seen there's a lot of people who they want to be, they're expressing themselves, but a lot of them also hold on. But a lot of them, they are shy, they are very insecure, afraid to open up, and that fear is spread like wildfire. But so is love. Love is spread like wildfire. Love is the only thing that actually exists. So why do people do this, and what does sexy battle time have to do with it? Well, when it comes to these role play games, all right, Scorpios are masters of tapping into these quote unquote dark areas and transmuting them into light and finding a restorative balance between these areas of dark and light. Essentially, this is work. What the Scorpio Prime has mastered is something everyone has to master on their own way. Okay, whatever negativity, insecurity, or internal self-destructive dialogue you have about your life, you need to flip it, because you in your life, in very short summary, you have plenty of examples that prove that that doubt or insecurity that you have or had or experienced or fear was always met with what? Abundance, love, and upliftment. So use those experiences as a reinforcement for your spirit, whatever zodiac sign you are. Okay? Do not become attached. Now, one thing I've heard of people say about Scorpios is, well, they can be grudgy. Don't backstab them. Well, definitely pay attention to that. Don't do that. But at the same time, Scorpios read this, and we know how to send that away. Okay, because it's not part of our reality anymore. All right, it may try to come, it may try to sneak in or indirectly influence, but trust me when I say, when the Scorpio understands itself, any being who understands itself, all these other things, they cannot stay. They are carried away by life for someone else or something else to teach whoever it is that needs that working on, or that needs that development, or has that internal demon. All right, because we can't help everybody. Okay, we can help everybody, but when you help everybody, you got to help yourself. Now, we can't help everybody is only true in the sense that you can't always sometimes directly help someone. Sometimes you have to indirectly do it. And the way to indirectly do it is to work on yourself. All right. So when we're tapping into this sacred energy, all right, the Scorpio's power is to be able to tap into these quote unquote fantasies and these other insecurities to be able to unlock certain emotional, intellectual, physical, spiritual aspects, all right, of the person or of their partners or the people they are doing this, I wouldn't say ritual, but this ceremony with, okay, this uplifting ceremony with, which can get pretty wild, all right, but with good communication and everything else, everything has a certain purpose and a goal, and the purpose, of course, is upliftment, self-love, self-appreciation, filling one's own cup so that you can go ahead and share with others. Because look at nature does this with ease, with ease. The only reason people don't do it with ease is because they're too entertained or too distracted. Bills, entertainment. Listen, that's why I said this is why I say, even while we learn the system of finance and economics, it's still important to simplify things, because there's a lot of this development that people don't put time to because they're too busy working. Okay. And then they get old and they get inactive, and their kid self dies. Well, goes to major coma. All right. Because nothing really dies. Goes into a coma. And and then you see it reflected in their outward expression. Some can hide it, but those who are highly attuned, um, we've been there, done that, and there's nothing you can hide. Okay, there's only what we just don't deal with and what we are willing to deal with, depending on who's willing, depending on if the other person wants to deal with it as well and wants to elevate. Okay, so this is why sometimes it's important to keep a very tight circle of people who are already on this elevated level. Okay, and you can have another external circle, but depending on the levels of these people, of anyone you're dealing with or anyone you're working with or building relationships with, depending on their level of self optimization, we could say, then you can bring them closer and closer to your inner circle. Okay, because everything has to return to the inner circle anyway. Everything is already connected to the inner circle. It's just expressing itself. So long as you have the foundation that self-love and appreciation and all these good qualities of a human, you have to do it. You have to be the one to do it without any grudge, without prejudice, right? Just like they say in certain aspects of the law, without prejudice. Yeah, the purpose of without prejudice is encourages parties to settle disputes outside of court, allows parties to speak freely without fear of their statements being used against them. Prejudice, I want the definition of prejudice, meaning that's the one. Preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. So without prejudice, okay? Let them grow, all right? And you have to do the work yourself to be the elevated prime version of yourself without prejudice, without even with experiences you did experience. You're supposed to go beyond that. You're supposed to recognize that you are beyond that. You are more than that. And that even though there are moments where people have, aren't really compatible at the moment, doesn't mean that you can't still send and give. All right. Just like a video like this is giving. All right. So is a sexy battle time giving. So is words of encouragement giving. So is just listening somebody sometimes. Sometimes that's also giving. Okay. And receiving. We have to receive what is already within us and around us. If we don't, then we keep thinking, oh, boo-hoo. Nobody loves me. Nobody loves me. You better start loving yourself. Because people do love you. And these sexy battle times can show you that, hey, people do love you. But the attachment thing that people have been trained to do, the attachment, there should be no attachment, but there is unity. But attachment in the, I can't be without you, no, that cannot exist. All right. No one is ever without anybody or anything. We have nature. You have people, dogs, cats, birds, trees, air, water, so many things. Okay. And start speaking magic into your life. Realize the magic that is your life. Okay. So that when it comes to a sexy battle time, you can make magic happen. Whether it be with one or several, whether it be male, female, or both. Scorpio Prime, motherfuckers. Anyways, that's all I got for y'all. So y'all make sure y'all do the studying of what I'm talking about as well with your finances. Okay, keep your due diligence on that. Okay, and I picked this picture. The picture I have for this video, the thumbnail, was after I was generating some some images for my battles. Okay, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Now, of course, my eyes, I've already trained myself and I've already programmed and rehacked myself. So I trained my eyes and my energy to focus on other things. All right. Deeper, profound things, colors, things that have more profoundness to the energy itself. So this picture that y'all see on the thumbnail is definitely an embrace between what we all are in our nature, okay, because nature is love, and vegan food, yeah, plant-based food, planting your own gardens. We can all literally make a very self-sustaining life, okay? Understand, like I said, go to those videos that I'm talking about where we're talking about different aspects of finance. Start reading, learn from other folk online as well. If you want to learn from these people, you could look up Mansa Mahata 888. Okay, and remember, not everyone has to, do exactly what you do. All right, everyone has a path. Okay, Scorpios, remember. Okay, and anyone else who's not Scorpio, whatever, just remember, not everyone has to be in the same exact energy, but you can have other things that you help each other with. So Mansa Mahata 888 is really good. Don Kalam is also very good. Um, and there's also, what's this guy's name? The Bad Wolf. What? Oh my God, what's his name? Oh, dude, no, I need to get this guy's name. Bad Wolf status change, status correction. Bad Wolf unincorporated, but he has a stuff. He's got a specific name. I always like how he introduces himself. James C. Lovett. Bad Wolf. Start learning what these guys are talking about, yo. Okay, and there's some women out there also talking about the same thing. What was that girl? The girl with the cool hair and the pretty eyes or contacts. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, y'all go ahead and keep learning, keep growing, and that's all I have for y'all. Namaste. Peace. Oh yeah, of course I must mention, if you would like to support this channel and Rosy more specifically. I'm used to not eating so much because I know how to sun gaze and meditate and drink water. I keep myself very light. I eat only to get energy, not to fill myself up, but to get energy. So support this channel and Rosy through Cashapp. As much appreciated. I don't have a Patreon yet. I know some people have said put a Patreon page, but honestly speaking, I'm gonna get to that. But everything there's a method to my madness because I have to put certain things together. If I'm gonna have these events for y'all, so y'all could come and really explore and realize who you and what you are. As a being of energetic love and creation and all kinds of cosmic forces. All right. I have a method to my madness on how I do certain things. So I let myself flow by the spirit guiding me. So if you'd like to support this channel and Rosy, you can go ahead by sending donations to the Cash App. Just make sure you put the title as Rosy. For title as Rosy. Okay, because I definitely want to remember who are my dog supporters, because I have special free martial arts classes for you because my classes are a lot. My classes cost $21 an hour. Okay, and trust me, it's worth it. But I also offer discounts depending if somebody wants to either refer or if someone is supporting another endeavor and another project and another task that I'm doing. So anyways, that's just a little bit of detail on that, guys. Y'all can go ahead and donate to the Cash App for Rosy. Rosy. For title must say Rosy. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Enjoy your day. Keep learning. Namaste. And keep the fire burning. All right? Keep that flame burning. That internal flame. I think that is it. Oh, yeah. If you want to be part of the mega project, okay. Inquiries. You can email. Y'all can email me be part of that mega project. The mega project is paying people to play. Okay, we don't need to be paying or working to pay bills. What we need to do is continue playing and creating, enjoying, and be self-sustaining. Okay, so that way we can keep evolving our abilities and our connection and unity to the cosmos and each other, to what we all are. Namaste. Peace.